There are few animals that strike fear into the hearts of those who encounter them in the wild, but the bison just might be at the top of that list. A fully grown bison can weigh nearly 2 tons and stand up to 6 feet tall at the shoulder. These massive beasts with their distinctive humped shoulders, shaggy brown coats, and huge heads are the largest land mammals in North America. They are symbols of power, endurance, and resilience, having survived countless threats over the millennia. But what's life like for these gentle giants today? What challenges do they face? And how can we better understand and protect them? In this episode, we're going deep into the world of the American bison, exploring their daily lives, unique adaptations, and the ongoing efforts to ensure their survival. So grab your binoculars, put on your explorer hats, because we're about to embark on an unforgettable journey. It's time to explore the untamed world. The vast open spaces of the Great Plains have long been synonymous with the American bison, also known as buffalo. But it's important to note that bison are neither buffalo nor cows, despite their close resemblance. In fact, they are the only surviving species of a once diverse group of animals known as bovines. This group includes other hoofed mammals like cattle, goats, and antelopes. Today, bison can be found in parks and reserves across North America, including Yellowstone National Park, where they were famously reintroduced after being hunted to near extinction. They've also been successfully reintroduced into their historic range in Canada and the United States. But it hasn't been an easy journey. Bison have faced many threats over the years, from habitat loss to disease. But thanks to conservation efforts, their numbers are slowly rebounding. In this episode, we'll take a closer look at these magnificent creatures, exploring their biology, behavior, and the challenges they've overcome to survive. We'll also discuss the importance of preserving their habitat and protecting them from future threats, so that generations to come can marvel at these magnificent animals. Imagine standing on the edge of a vast prairie, the wind rustling through the tall grasses as far as the eye can see. Suddenly you hear a deep rumble, like thunder in the distance. Then you see them emerging from the tall grass, a massive herd of American bison, also known as buffalo. These majestic creatures move with a powerful grace, their large heads held high, their shaggy brown coats glistening in the sun. As they graze on the lush vegetation, you can't help but feel a sense of awe and wonder at the sight before you. American bison are the largest land mammals in North America. With males weighing up to 2,000 pounds and standing up to 6 feet tall at the shoulder, their massive heads and humped shoulders give them a distinctive appearance, setting them apart from other hoofed mammals. But what makes these animals truly remarkable is not just their size and appearance, but also their incredible strength and agility. Despite their bulk, bison can run up to 35 miles per hour, making them one of the fastest land mammals in the world. They can also swim at speeds of up to 5 miles per hour, which allows them to cross rivers and streams with ease. This combination of size, strength, and speed makes the American bison a formidable creature, capable of defending itself against even the largest of predators. The American bison has a rich history that dates back thousands of years. For centuries, these animals roamed the Great Plains in massive herds, shaping the grasslands and providing a source of food and materials for the indigenous peoples who lived in the area. In fact, the bison was such an integral part of Native American culture that it was often referred to as the, quote, lumbering grandfather, or the, quote, great spirit animal. The bison's life cycle was deeply intertwined with the rhythms of the land, and its habits and behaviors were revered and respected by the indigenous people. To this day, the bison remains an important symbol of strength and survival for many Native American tribes. But despite their cultural significance, bison were nearly driven to extinction in the 19th century due to overhunting and habitat loss. Fortunately, conservation efforts have helped to bring their numbers back from the brink. And today, there are an estimated 500,000 bison in North America. While this is a significant improvement from their low point in the early 1900s, bison still face challenges such as disease, poaching, and the threat of climate change. As we continue our journey into the world of the American bison, we'll explore the challenges they face today and the efforts being made to protect them. But first, let's take a closer look at their daily lives. Bison are herbivores, which means they eat only plants. They spend their days grazing on grasses and other vegetation, consuming up to 30 pounds of food per day. They typically eat from late afternoon to early morning, taking advantage of the cooler temperatures during these times. Bison are social animals and live in groups called herds. Herds can range in size from a few dozen to several hundred animals, and each herd has its own hierarchy of dominance. Male bison are typically more aggressive than females and will often compete for dominance within a herd. During mating season, male bison will also compete for the attention of the females. Bison are polygamous, which means that a single male may mate with multiple females. Mating season typically occurs in the late summer and fall, and females will give birth to calves the following spring. Calves are typically weaned for 6 to 8 months, at which point they are fully capable of surviving on their own. Bison are generally solitary animals, except during mating season and when mothers with calves are typically found in groups. Bison are most active during the day and will often wallow in the mud to cool off during hot weather. They are also good swimmers and will often cross rivers and streams to access new grazing areas. Now that we know more about the daily life of the American bison, let's take a closer look at the challenges they face today. One of the biggest threats to bison is disease. Bison are susceptible to a number of diseases, including bovine tuberculosis and brucellosis. These diseases can cause a range of symptoms, from fever and weight loss to arthritis and reproductive issues. In some cases, these diseases can be fatal. To help control the spread of disease, conservationists often work to maintain healthy populations of bison, separating sick animals from the herd and providing them with treatment. Another threat to bison is poaching. Despite being protected by law, bison are still poached for a variety of reasons, including the illegal sale of their meat and hides. Poachers often target bison in remote areas where they are difficult to detect. Conservationists are working to combat poaching by increasing public awareness of the issue and working with local communities. To develop sustainable alternatives to poaching, in addition to these threats, bison also face the risk of habitat loss. As human populations grow and agricultural lands expand, bison habitats are shrinking, which can lead to increased competition for resources and make it more difficult for bison to find food and water. Climate change also poses a significant threat to bison and their habitats. As temperatures rise and precipitation patterns change, bison will need to adapt to new environmental conditions, which may require them to migrate to new areas or alter their grazing habits. Conservationists are working to mitigate the effects of climate change on bison by reducing greenhouse gas emissions and promoting sustainable land use practices. Despite these challenges, the American bison remains an iconic symbol of the Great Plains. Its massive size and strength, along with its rich cultural significance, make it one of the most revered animals in North America. Conservation efforts have helped to bring the bison back from the brink of extinction, and its story is a reminder of the importance of protecting our planet's biodiversity. If you enjoyed learning about the American bison, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What other fascinating animals would you like to learn about next? And what aspects of the bison's life cycle, behavior, or conservation efforts stood out to you the most? Your feedback helps us create more engaging and informative content for you. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for more exciting episodes. And if you want to support our mission of bringing the untamed world closer to you, consider making a donation. Your support allows us to continue producing high-quality videos that educate and inspire people of all ages to appreciate the beauty and importance of our natural world. Visit our website to learn more about our donation options and the impact your gift will have. Together, we can make a difference and ensure that the legacy of the American bison and other wild creatures continues for generations to come. Thank you for your generosity and your passion for the untamed world. The wild is full of stories of power, survival, and beauty. Like, subscribe, and join us next time for another untamed legend.